So you need to run an online event. This may be the first time you've done it, or you may have do this all the time. If it's free or you're charging for it, let's see how we can get it right. Let's look at what to do before the event, how to interact with your guests, what are you doing during the event, and then what do we do at the end? So first up, you're going to do your checks. This is something that happens, remember, way before the event. You're going to first of all check your agenda. Does the agenda work? Can you fit everything in that you need to do? It may be that you only have like 2 or 3 hours for this entire event, in which case, can I get 30 people in that period of time? Just do a quick check. Just play it through in your mind and go, does that make sense? If it does, then great. You can move on. The next is you're starting to look at how are you going to run this? Your sound, your camera. You're looking at all of the tools that you're looking to use. Let's plan that out. We're creating a playbook of how we're going to run this event. We don't like surprises. We won't be changing things in the future. So let's plan out exactly what technology we're going to use and even where am I going to do it. If it's online, are you going to do it at home? Think about the times. Do you have that period of time available? This is the period where we're starting to think through everything that we're doing. The next thing we're looking at is our guests. So we want to do a few things with guests. We want to first of all just have met them. The last thing you want is a surprise guest, however famous they are, to turn up on the day and then you embarrass them or they embarrass you because you don't know what's going on. So the first thing, book some time with them to actually go through their check in the same way that you checked your equipment. You want to make sure that theirs are working. So check their sound, check their audio, check their screen, check the lighting. You don't want them to like be in this gloomy kind of area. So let's just get those things. So their equipment checks. Then give them the agenda. Tell them when they're going to be on. Are they going to be on at the beginning, at the end, in the middle? Do they have enough time? Think about what they might need. Do they want to show a video beforehand? Do they want music? How do they normally work? Get a feel for it and just double check just to make sure you can accommodate that. Are you able to? And then just do the dry run. Just do a quick kind of pretend, their opening and their close and just make sure everything works. If you're going to record, just make sure that when you record, their quality is high as well. Sometimes these online tools don't always work the way you'd expect. Now we're thinking about how we introduce them. We've got a guest. First of all, do they have a title that you need to say? Do they have a specific introduction? It may not be the one you think because they may be at that period of time promoting a certain thing or supporting a particular company or charity or whatever, in which case you want to make sure how do they want to be introduced. You may want to ask them to write it for you and then you read it. So just get a picture of how they're doing that. Then have a think about how long that introduction is. Really long introductions can be quite difficult unless it's really important for the content and it sets things up. And the last thing, if anybody knows me, oh my goodness, practice saying their name, okay? I have been embarrassed so many times not getting people's names correctly. How do you pronounce it? If it's a name that isn't in your native tongue, then maybe you want to spend a little bit of time just making sure you get it right. I know that's one tip that I'm definitely going to be taking up. And anybody who knows me absolutely knows how bad I can be. So yeah, absolutely. Just make sure that get that name right. Lastly, be nice. This is an opportunity to meet some incredible people, to understand them. So get to know them a little bit if you can beforehand. And I'd find it useful to have a back channel, not just the tool. So if they have problems, then you've got that rapport that you're going to need to be able to fix any challenges on the day if they happen. And that can really, really work for you. And the last thing is understand why they are here. Why now? Why today? Why are they saying this thing? See if you can help them achieve their goals. It's always a good thing. So that's your prior to the event. I hope you found it useful. Subscribe. We're going to be going through all of the other areas that we'd look at on an online event. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day now.